Welcome back to Tea Time with me, Amanda Prochaska. I'm so excited about today, and I know that I say that every single time, but I truly am excited about today because we're talking all about why to get into procurement, why a career in procurement is a great place to be. So if you are a newcomer to procurement, thinking about going to procurement, this is the video for you. So cheers, grab your favorite drink, and let's go ahead and get started. Okay, today's tea of choice before we get started is in my nice little pineapple cup here today, but it is a peach lemonade. So very refreshing, uplifting drink for a very exciting topic today. That was the tea actually coming out. Anyway, so pineapple, it was funny. Someone just posted about a pineapple on LinkedIn, and they were saying that that's the code word when you're going to maybe say something that's offensive to somebody else. And I hope today that I don't have to use the pineapple because really what's great about procurement is a lot of people that are in procurement today weren't necessarily trained to become into procurement. You kind of fell into procurement just like I did. However, now more and more folks from university are pursuing careers in procurement. And so either way, it's an exciting time to be talking about the profession and getting into it. So today you're going to be hearing 3 reasons why procurement is a great career for you, and 3 reasons why I love procurement, and maybe other people like these things about what they do today and never even realized that they could have their next move be in the procurement profession. So let's get started with item number 1 about why procurement is a great career for you. So one thing that I had no idea about when I started in procurement way long ago, and I won't tell you how long that's been, but it was something that it was just such a benefit to me. And that was, you see literally everything that's going on in a company. So if your company is going through a merger and acquisition, if they're doing a new location opening, a new plant location, if they are trying to increase their margins, if you're trying to increase top line, if you are trying to gain capability from your suppliers to differentiate yourselves in the marketplace, if there's supply chain troubles, whatever that might be, procurement's involved in it. And I think of procurement as kind of like this hub where all things go through procurement. And you have all these spokes that are coming out, all these different stakeholders that you're working with across the organization. And it truly, what you do every single day is part of the heartbeat of the organization. And I know some people don't think about procurement that way. At least I didn't when I started. And you still hear people out there today saying that procurement slows things down, or it's a black hole, or it's transactional, which might have been true for certain organizations. But if you do procurement right and do it well, it is truly part of the heartbeat of the company. It can differentiate, you can add value in revenue and in margin, and really increase your market share overall as a company if you do it well. So it is something, if you want to learn the business of business, procurement is a great place to be. Now, number 2 that I didn't realize until I left procurement was that when I became the CEO and founder of Wonder Services, what I quickly realized was that procurement taught me almost everything that I needed to know to run a business. To me, it just blew my mind because I never realized that when I was in procurement. But procurement people need to influence. They need to build relationships. They need to understand how process work. They need to negotiate. They need to sell. So maybe one of the things that we don't do well is marketing. But I think people are getting there. Like it is something that I think is critical to show the value of procurement long term. But most of the skills that I now use to be successfully running Wonder Services are all the skills that I learned in procurement. even including building a high-performing team. And procurement's very challenged for investment, challenged for headcount. And so you need to make sure that your team is truly high-performing. And I learned that in procurement. So if you are someone who's looking for your next role, maybe considering becoming an entrepreneur later in your career, procurement is a great stop along the way to learn all of the critical skills that you might need to have when you're running your own business someday. Okay. The third awesome thing about procurement and why it's a great career is that times are changing. And I'm so blessed to be part of this procurement profession for the last 20 plus years, because there's been a significant change going on over those years, but I think it's going to rapidly change in the coming years. We're going beyond just buying stuff for companies, and we are heading into a brand new frontier of where procurement's truly going to be responsible for all third-party relationships on the supply chain side of things. So if you're buying something from a third party, procurement's going to be at the helm. And not only to have the best contract or drive the most savings, but truly understand the capabilities that those suppliers bring to the table and leverage those as part of the way you differentiate your company in the marketplace. It is going to be the game changer, especially as you have technologies coming in that's going to make the day-to-day work easier. When that happens, the shift is going to be around how do we truly leverage the talent that we have on these procurement teams into our supply base and gain the capability that those suppliers bring. I like to use an example that people might relate to a little bit more effectively around what we do with our own internal talent within our own team. So you stratify that talent. You say, I have a high performer, a high potential. I have someone who's lagging. I have someone who needs maybe a new career move to help develop them out further. We're going to start doing that with our suppliers and truly unlocking a whole different level of what can be achieved through these third-party relationships. And that is the new frontier. So if you are looking again at procurement as a career move, it is the time to be in procurement, to be on that wave and help make that change happen. And that's why I'm still in procurement, because I want to be part of that game. All right. So those are 3 reasons why procurement is an amazing career stop along the way. Now, 3 reasons why I love procurement. And I've been in procurement basically my whole career. I mean, at Wonder Services, we've been around for 5 years now, but a lot of our clients are still in procurement. So I still consider myself part of that procurement profession. So 3 things that I personally love about procurement, and I think some of you also will. Number 1, something new every single day. So if you're like me and you get bored by the same thing over and over and over again, I sometimes think of my husband, who was an accountant, and he had a schedule of stuff that he did every single month on a certain cadence, and that's just what he did every day. I couldn't be that person, and people in procurement usually are not those people either. They're excited about something new every day. It literally is a brand new day every single day. And the fun part about that is that you get to learn something new every single day. It's a new nuance, a new relationship, a new challenge, and it creates a lot of fun and learning opportunities within procurement. So something new every day is reason number 1 that I love procurement. Number 2, and now my background is in international political economics. That's what I was trained formally to do in university. But if you think about how economies work globally and how procurement and supply chain relate to that, you see economics on full display every single day when you're in procurement. So it could be the dynamics that are happening with short supply situations where all of a sudden you have a short supply and prices are going up along the way. It could be the dynamics that happen with using international or offshore locations to lower price, but then you also have an increase of shipping and environmental impacts. It could be that you're trying to negotiate a contract and trying to understand incentives of the two parties involved so you can get to the best spot possible for both parties. So if you are at all interested in economics, and not talking Wall Street, although obviously what we do has an impact there, but it's really about the macro and microeconomics and being involved in that for each of your economies that you live in. So your communities, your countries, whatever that might be. I always felt like what I was doing had a direct impact on the local community and beyond. And that's thrilling for me to have a hand in all of that and see how all of that works and how we can have an amazing positive impact, particularly on the communities that we live in. So that's reason number 2. Reason number 3 that I love procurement, and I say this all the time, but it's the people. I have met the most amazing people in my career through working in procurement. I've had amazing leaders, stakeholders who were inspirational, suppliers who, some of my best friends are salespeople from suppliers now, that I've just built so many great relationships through this profession. And if you're looking at coming into the profession, you will have the same opportunity to meet so many phenomenal people. I'll share 2 stories here. One is that I had the opportunity earlier in my career to work at Kraft Foods before the Kraft Heinz merger happened. And the team there was absolutely phenomenal. The best team that I have ever been on, the most talented team members that I've ever had exposure to. And I learned a ton when I was working there. And what makes me so happy is when we all kind of just went our own ways after the Kraft Heinz merger. A lot of those people are now CPOs. They're CEOs of companies. They're COOs of companies. There's chief supply chain officers that are now in that group. And so it goes to show you that the people are so amazing and talented that they can go well beyond procurement in their careers and do something phenomenal for their companies. So that's one story that I would like to share with you. The other story is that there truly are people in the community, particularly on LinkedIn, that always have your back. So if you do a great job of building relationships, either through going to conferences or participating on LinkedIn or in other forums that you can, other communities that you can join, there are people that are going to guide you along the way, people that are willing to say, what's best practice? How do we increase in our capabilities within procurement, streamline processes? How do we organize? Latest big topic is around AI. Like, how do we get our arms around this and really use it to our advantage? So the people are just absolutely 100% phenomenal. You will find more good people in procurement than bad and have such of an opportunity to really go beyond. Oh, another great example. I just thought of this. I had a stakeholder once who, he was an engineer, which engineers are phenomenal people. I'm married to one, an engineer turned accountant, but he would wear pink shirts every day. And just because engineers usually aren't in pink, he wanted to kind of stand out a little bit. And he also sat with random people throughout. He would go into the cafeteria when we all still went into offices. And some of you, I'm sure, have this experience even today. He would go into the cafeteria at lunchtime and sit with some random person at the during lunch and get to know them. He also taught me a development philosophy that has completely changed my career and my own personal development thought process. It's all around PI, which is probably another video that we could do. But he taught me so much, and he was one of my stakeholders, right? So that's the opportunity you have in procurement, is to meet people within the profession, and then also networking with all of your amazing stakeholders and suppliers. So point number 3, I know I went on a little bit long on that, but absolutely probably my number one love of procurement is the people. So that covers 3 reasons why you should consider a career in procurement and 3 reasons why I love procurement and that having that as my career. But here's the thing. You can learn so much through LinkedIn, through YouTube, and newsletters, etc. There's all kinds of different content creators out there in procurement who a lot of them I call friends. But here, an offer to you is to like this video and subscribe to it if you did like what you heard today, because we will be providing even more insights moving forward. But then also down in the link, there is a opportunity to sign up for our newsletter. It is going to share with you all kinds of new insights. We're going to be keeping a pulse on all the cool tech and all of the new things to be thinking about as a leader within procurement and how to drive forward change within procurement. So hope you sign up for that. It would be a joy to have you along on this ride. And until next time, raise a glass, cheers, and enjoy your day.